Welcome back to Inside the Box, where we talk about eBay and other ways you can make money with the skills and tools you already have. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about shipping items on eBay, so I thought it would be good to address those through an eBay shipping playlist for you guys. So I want to make short videos addressing each topic and hopefully answer the questions you have about shipping. Now, this is going to be geared more towards new resellers, but maybe if you've been selling on eBay for a while, you'll still learn a few things through these videos. I want to share my knowledge with you about the things that I've learned over the last couple of years selling on eBay. So today I want to address the question, how do I know what to charge a buyer for shipping? And we're going to hop onto the eBay app and I'm going to show you this. So to determine what to charge a buyer for shipping, the best way to do this is if you know what you're going to ship in and if you have a shipping scale. If you know those two things, if you know what box or package you're going to use, and if you have a shipping scale, it's pretty easy to determine how much to charge for shipping. Now, you might also be asking, isn't it better to do free shipping or should you always charge a buyer for shipping? And we'll get into that in other videos, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when those videos come out. But I'm going to hop onto the eBay app and show you guys how you can figure out what to charge a buyer for shipping if you know the size of your package and if you have a shipping scale. And then later in another video, I can also share with you if you don't have a shipping scale, how you still know what to charge a buyer. Let's hop onto the eBay app and I will show you what I do to determine how much to charge a buyer for shipping. I have opened a listing up on my eBay app and I'm going to scroll down until I find the delivery section here. And I'm going to click on that section. And here you can see there's this option here that says package details. I'm going to click on that. Now, if I know the weight and the dimensions of my package, I can enter that information here. At the top, you can see there's a toggle here that says, I don't know the package details. I'm going to show you the difference between knowing what box you're using and how much that item weighs when calculating shipping versus not knowing your package details. And this is where a shipping scale is crucial. So I'm going to hit the back arrow here. I'm going to select the second option, shipping services. Now that I have that weight and the dimensions put in, you can see that underneath each service, eBay is giving me an estimated shipping cost. So if I select this service, for example, USPS Priority Mail, I know that roughly shipping will cost anywhere between $9.05 to $20.40. So it's giving me these cost estimations. If I decided to fit my item in a medium flat rate box instead, it would be about $15.50. So if I go back to that first option of putting in my package details, and if I don't know the package details, and so I toggle that, I don't know the package details, I'm going to hit back arrow, and then I'm going to click on the shipping services. Those prices disappeared. So now I'm clueless. I don't know how much to charge the buyer for shipping. I don't have any frame of reference. I can see all their different shipping options available, but I don't know how much each of those options cost. So I have no clue what to charge the buyer. So if I use my shipping scale, if I already have a box, and I can go back and enter in those package details. So it was 2 pounds, 5 ounces, and you always want to round up when you're weighing items. The box would have been 12 inches in length, 12 inches in width, and I think it was 7 in height. So we go back and I can see the different options again with their prices. And you can compare things. For example, if I wanted to choose an economy service, it could cost a buyer anywhere between $7.75 to $15 to ship, which is cheaper than the option I have selected here that could cost all the way up to $20.40 to ship. But you need to notice underneath, the economy service could take 9 business days to be delivered, whereas priority mail could take only up to 5. So I'm going to select this option and it's giving me a range. Depending on how close the buyer lives to me, they'll either pay a lower amount around that $9 or a higher amount if they live farther away around that $20. So I know I kind of have a range, but how much do I charge that buyer? I'm going to hit the back arrow here. We're going to click on the shipping cost. Now here's where I have an option. I can offer free shipping to my buyer. I do not recommend this for new eBay sellers. I recommend always using calculated shipping, but if you do offer the free shipping, I suggest calculating the shipping price into the cost of the item anyway. And we'll do a whole nother video about free shipping if you guys want. But here is the next option, and this is the one I default to and suggest, especially for new sellers on eBay, is buyers pay calculated shipping. So eBay is going to show the buyer anywhere between that $9 range to the $20 range how much they will pay for shipping on an item. And that way I don't have to know where the buyer is on that scale. I don't have to guess, oh, maybe I should charge $10.50 because maybe the buyer just lives a state over. eBay can automatically do that calculation for me. Now underneath this, I do have an option to add an additional handling cost, and maybe I would do that if I shipped with really pretty poly mailers that cost me a little extra money than normal ones, or a nice packaged box. Maybe if my shipping supplies was costing more money, I could add a handling fee to cover that cost. Or maybe I'm shipping something fragile and glass and it's just going to take me like an hour to wrap up and bubble wrap, and I want to be paid for that time. I can add on a handling cost to that calculated shipping so that I know I'm covered for all my expenses. I'm not going to choose that option today. Maybe you just add $1, maybe it's $5, but I'm not going to choose that. I'm just going to click on the buyer pays calculated shipping. Now, the last option here is buyer pays flat shipping cost. Now, with the shipping service I selected, this is hard to determine because there was a range between $9 to $20 around there. And I'm hesitant in clicking the flat shipping costs because I don't want to charge only $9, but then have a buyer that lives 4 states away buy an item and it costs me $20 to ship. You know, I don't want to undercharge and I don't want to overcharge. I don't want to select this and charge, you know, $20 when the buyer lives down the street from me and it's only going to cost $9 to ship, because you want to offer the most affordable shipping for a couple of reasons. It helps you stand out against competitors. You know, maybe people will buy your item because the shipping price is just a little bit better, and your eBay fees are lower when you're offering the lowest amount of shipping costs possible. So this is why I always suggest the buyer pays calculated shipping cost. Now I will show you an instance where you could use buyer pays flat shipping. Let me go back. So now I have that range selected. I'm going to go down to the second option here. Here, I'll deselect it so you can see what it looks like. There'll be a button here that says add additional domestic service. I'm going to click on that, and this package detail is determined by the initial service. So that 2 pounds, 5 ounces that I had put up in the top is determining how much this next service is going to cost. So I'm going to select the shipping service here, and I see this page again. So maybe here I give the buyer 2 options. They can either have the faster option of the $9 to $20 range, or I give them the slower option, the USPS Parcel Select Ground. Maybe that's the second option I give them. Or maybe I found out that my package, I'm going to click on this again. Maybe I found out that my item could fit in a medium flat rate box, so I'm going to select this option. It's $15.50. Now, if I give that option, what it does is if a buyer lives close to me, they can get the item with priority mail for around that $9 range. But if a buyer lives far away, they can still get the item priority mail, but instead of paying $20 for it, they can pay that flat rate cost of $15.50. Now, if I do use flat rate, I will know the exact cost that that item will be to ship to anyone, no matter their location. And when I have that number, that's when I would feel comfortable selecting that option of charging a buyer a flat shipping fee, and I would charge as much as that flat rate. So to sum it all up, if you know those package details, you are given the numbers beneath each shipping service to get an idea of how much that item will cost to ship, and then you can determine how much to charge your buyer for shipping. I hope this video is helpful. Give it a thumbs up if it was, and be keeping an eye out for future shipping videos on my shipping playlist. Leave your shipping questions in the comments below, and if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I add more shipping videos to the shipping playlist. Thanks everyone, and I will catch you in my next video.